You're a pain patient. You're invited to join a study about opioid use, and you sign up. Do you expect to be deceived? Lied to? Do you expect the whole thing to be a ruse to try and put even more restrictions on how you can manage your pain? That's exactly what happened in a study conducted by the University of Texas Medical Branch. Participants were given special pill bottles, which they were told was to regulate temperature and humidity inside the bottles. They were also told to keep a daily diary of their medication use. In reality, the pill bottles were really to determine when pills were removed from the bottle and how many. Lead author David Houghton said, quote, "The study involved incomplete disclosure and deception, as participants were informed that the purpose of the study was to test a new prescription bottle that will monitor the physical environment inside the bottle. Participants were not informed that the bottles would record the number and timing of pills dispensed." Amazingly, this passed the ethics board at UTMB, but the deception was just beginning. As published in the Journal of Pain Research, the study found participants who received MEMS demonstrated highly heterogeneous dosing patterns, with a substantial number of patients rapidly removing excessive amounts of medication and or stockpiling medication. By comparison, physicians rated all participants as either totally compliant or mostly compliant. Several sharp decreases in medication supply over short time periods were observed, and a substantial portion of participants ran out of medication before 30 days had elapsed. These data could reflect overconsumption or diversion of medication. Or it could reflect patients putting pills into their weekly pill organizer, as so many of us do because it's by far the best way to keep track of what you've taken. Every several days, we take out a bunch of pills to put into the organizer, which apparently is stockpiling. And they didn't even seem to get the clue with this finding, quote, "Data from several participants showed lengthy time periods in which no medication was consumed, thus indicating decreased need for analgesia than is being reported to their physician." Or they were just taking it from their pill organizers. And weirdly, quote, "There were additional notable instances in which participants added medication to the bottle, which may reflect stockpiling of medication." So, taking pills from the bottle is stockpiling, putting pills back in is stockpiling. Morton's fork, anyone? Of course, it could just be that they were going somewhere for a day or two, and, as we all do, we put pills in a planner to take with us instead of lugging the entire bottle around, then put the rest back in when we return. And even when they discussed, rather pathetically, benign reasons why this might be, the use of pill organizers and day planners wasn't even considered. These people either have no clue how people take any regular medication, not just opioids, or they are liars. Also, 25% of participants tested negative for opioid metabolites in urine tests, suggesting that they may have been hoarding or selling their opioids instead of taking them. Or it means they just don't stay in your system as long as advertised, as we've already covered several times. And they really seem to be setting up to blame the physicians again. Quote, "Overall, physician reports conveyed strong confidence that patients were either totally compliant or mostly compliant. Consistent with our predictions, physicians' perceptions of patient adherence did not align with other adherence monitoring measures." Yeah, it's their fault. We probably need the DEA to raid them or something. Also, consistent with our predictions? Consistent with your predetermined bias, you mean? You did bad science, starting with a conclusion and finding the data to support it, instead of the other way around. By the way, this active group consisted of just 18 patients, way too small to have any reliable findings. It could just be artifacts in the reliability of metabolite detection in the first place. In reality, diversion of prescription opioids is rare, only 0.31%, even according to the DEA's obviously inflated figures. And that figure was used to justify further cutting the supply of prescription opioids in 2024. And that gives us another reason for stockpiling. According to a survey by Pain News Network, out of 3,000 patients they surveyed, much higher sample size than this study, 32% said they hoarded opioids because they were worried about future shortages. Here we have what we generally see in opioid use research, starting with conclusions that justify government crackdowns, then drawing those conclusions from very scant evidence. But then, if they didn't do that, they couldn't support the war on drugs at all.